how's it flying, guys? Lance Hawk 30 here. It's been, I want to say a couple of weeks since the last, reaction. Excuse me, since the last, reaction to this series. The Ace Attorney Elements of Justice. I don't know why I was brain farting just then. But now we're on to the, second episode of Bonds of Justice. And the reason I'm reacting to this and not the episode... And not the next episode of Elements of Justice, which is Case 2, Part 3. is one, because it's already after 1 a.m. at the time of recording. And the next video is 2.5 hours long! I can't stay awake quite that late for a recording, because I have work tomorrow. But I can react to an almost 16-minute video at the time of recording, so that is something that I can do. But also, this was next up in the playlist. Anyways, I'm going off of the official playlist of Elements of Justice, and this was right after, the Why the Caged Bird Sings, in this playlist. So that's why we're going with this instead of the next episode of the main series. I don't know why the words are failing to come to mind right now, but they kind of are. Anyways, also, if you notice me looking at this area, I went to the dentist earlier today, had 3 cavities worked on in this area, and they numbed me up pretty darn good. Like, I literally, I looked like I had the Sylvester Stallone thing going, with this side was just kind of stuck, like, hey, Adrian, and all that good jazz. Yeah, that's what it looked like. And I had eaten at some point while I was still very numb, and didn't realize I'd chewed on this bit. A Jersey Mike's sandwich is not the correct way to go about it whenever you're trying to eat something and avoid eating yourself. But that said, we've got a reaction to get into, and I wanted to go ahead and continue this series before stagnating like I had previously and just getting stuck on not reacting to Elements of Justice. Anyways, Bonds S1, I assume, is Season 1, Episode 2? S1-2, Bonds of Justice, Rainbow Blues. This is going to have Rainbow Dash in it, whereas the last one had Coco Pomel. Anyways, link to the original video will be in the description. Please make sure you guys have seen it before you watch my reaction to it. With that out of the way, let us go ahead and go. Can you believe that this thing YouTube tried to automatically have closed captions on? The video's already got captions in it. It's like, you don't need closed captions. It's all typed out anyways.
Nix!
No. I don't want sugar in my...
She's either gonna whack him or yell.
Nix!
Yeah, okay. Okay, maybe not. Never mind.
Hey,
okay,
quiet down! It's still dark out. Ponies are sleeping.
So is this right before the first...
What are you doing here?
Is this right before the trial day? I've got to figure, because last time Coco Pomel was just leaving a bunch of messages to her dead paramour, like her soon-to-be fiance. Okay.
How'd you get in?
I assume it's not going to be the same
Left
format.
door unlocked.
But,
I'm
okay.
a bit worried that you've gotten that careless. Look, your hair is even going gray.
Oh no. The demoralization.
Fine. And my hair is not gray.
Hey, you should thank me. I don't see anyone else looking out for you.
Thanks?
When was this?
She isn't
so
making
when does
eye
this
contact with me. And the last time I saw her wings that jittery. Something is up. Even with her acting coy about it, Rainbow is a terrible liar.
Yeah, she kind
Look,
of is.
Isn't it too late for you to be making house calls?
I don't know. Probably. But that doesn't matter. Can I just hang out here for a bit? Make sure you're okay?
I mean, I don't see why not. But don't you need to rest more than me? If you're
What?
anything like me, then every extra hour you stay up is another hour that you're going to be cranky in the morning.
Nuh-uh. I do some of my best work at night. There's just some work that I can't do alone. That's all.
Okay, real quick, I've gotta wonder. I need to see something. Okay, doesn't see. Did the voice actors for Rainbow Dash improve? Because it sounds a lot less nasally. It sounds a lot less nasally than the first two episodes of this case, Rainbow Dash. So I'm guessing the actors improved or they got a different one. I don't know which. I'll find out at the end, I'm sure.
Couldn't sleep, could you?
Yeah,
Worried
so
about
this is
the
the
trial.
night. This is the night
about
before.
Turning Page. About Scootaloo. Hey, it's all right. You can stay and talk if you need to. I'm willing to stay up a bit longer. There's nothing wrong with being up in arms about all this.
Well, you certainly don't look very up in arms about anything. My little buddy is rotting in a concrete cage, and you're in here sawing logs? What gives?
It's the middle of the night. It's
Yeah.
absurd that you're not
How are you
asleep.
expecting
I
anything
can't
to?
afford to be asleep with so much to do.
Rainbow, not so loud.
I mean, how are you able to sleep so peacefully like this? What about all the time
He's
you're
no
wasting
use
just
to
sitting
anybody
here-
dead tired.
You're wasting
Sorry, I
just
talked
sitting
over
here
his-
and-
Shh.
Okay, it wasn't that loud. But you can't expect.
Oh, there are those jitters again.
How are you expecting him
I
to be
guess she
effective if
thinks
he's
that
falling
yelling at me
overtired?
Give her some kind of distraction. Going to have to nip that delusion in the bud before she gets antsy again. I don't want to raise my voice again. Please don't make me. Dash, no matter how much I want to help Scootaloo, I can't be awake driving myself nuts. That won't help anyone.
Well, I'm not like you. I don't care what time it is. If there's something I can do, I'm gonna be up and off to do it before you can even have the chance to try and talk me down. And I suppose I just assumed that you were like that too.
That came out of
Assumptions.
nowhere. It's not like Dash to just talk out of her head. Even less like her to snap at people.
She needs a pep
She
talk,
has
bro.
enough noise bouncing around in her head to cause collateral damage.
That's probably
This is
true.
really bugging you, isn't it?
I mean, I get
It's
it.
been a rough couple of days, Nix.
For
I
you
can
and
tell.
me both. Look, whatever it is you're going through, I'm sure I can find a way to understand.
Don't do that.
Huh? Don't do what?
Your understanding won't make me feel better. I don't want pity from you, Nix. I want help.
At least she's starting to tell the truth. That's a start.
It's
Of
something.
course I'll help, Dash. What can I do for you?
You can answer my question for one thing. Why aren't you mad about this? I'd at least expect you to be riled up.
I think it's at least partly because I'm used to it. Which sounds really
Yeah,
sad now
that
that
would
I've said
do
it
it.
out loud. But
Quick pause. At the time of recording, I have completed the very first Phoenix Wright game in the HD trilogy remake on the Switch. So I played through the Mia related case. I played through what's his face, Edgeworth's murder trial, and I played through what's the name? Not the DL6. The one that came after that, the one involving the chief of police and all that. I've played through that whole first game. So already in just those 5 court cases is a lot to digest.
this isn't the first time I've seen a friend behind bars. Not even the first time I've
Yeah,
seen an innocent
Butts
kid on
was
the
the
other side
first
of
we
that
saw.
glass. Sometimes I feel like I should be more upset
Edgeworth.
or angry than I am. But I'm comforted by faith that justice will prevail. And hope counts for a lot more than fear does. At least for me.
I've already made comments about what justice looks like in the American legal system from personal experience involving my brother's killer. The dude that was high on meth while driving without a license and a vehicle he wasn't insured under and didn't own, and getting away with running over a minor, and not being charged with a hit and run even though he left the scene and had to be dragged back by a witness. I'm not going to go over all of the details, but I was fucking furious when all he got in the court case that he wasn't even arrested for that at the scene. He was arrested months later on a non-related charge, and then he was going to get charged for killing my brother, and all he really got was probation. Meth head got probation despite killing a minor. What else is new? I think I go in a little bit more detail on that in either the first or second episode of this series a couple years ago that I reacted to, but anyways.
Well, justice hasn't been doing Scoots any good so far. And it's not doing me any good either.
Hey, he got you out with it.
I just want to go downtown and bust her out. I want to do it more than anything.
That's gonna make her look more guilty, though.
I know she didn't do this, Nix. And
that's the only problem is if you break her out.
All alone.
That's
that poor excuse.
I hate to interrupt you again. If you break her out, even if you prove her innocence in one thing, it is still a crime to escape from prison, so that's something that would be added. Like, obviously this is Equestria, not real life, but still.
Use for a bed, probably having all sorts of nightmares, maybe calling out for me and wishing I was there.
Well, I'm certainly not going to encourage you to go off and do anything like that. In the wrong hands, an attitude like yours is dangerous.
Yeah, no, but...
And if it helps, I admire it in a way.
You do?
Really now?
Sure. I've seen people like you do great things by not being able to stand by while an innocent client waits behind bars.
Go digging.
I had an old boss like that, and she taught me everything I ever wanted to know about justice and ethics. She'd catch wind of what she could sense to be a false arrest, and then she'd practically be off the walls trying to figure out how to save them. She had a sense of loyalty that's hard to come by nowadays. But I think I see some of her in you, Dash. Once your nerves calm, you'll still have that good heart, and Scootaloo will be eternally grateful for it.
You're talking about your boss in past tense. Do I want to know what happened to her?
She caught that.
Not any more than I want to remember it.
Evil caught up with her, huh?
Evil is putting it lightly. With her gone, I had to answer all my own questions and make all my own decisions.
Well, you kinda had some help from her afterwards. In a roundabout way.
It's alright. As sad as I am that she's gone, I'm way more happy that I even got to know her. Just getting to learn from her was a gift.
Well, did she teach you anything that can save Scootaloo now? It's looking like we could use a miracle. I don't even have to imagine how much it's going to hurt for her to have to sit and watch her be at the center of a countrywide scandal. I remember it!
Yeah, you do.
We have to be there for Scoots.
And he's going to be.
Scootaloo has more than a few friendly faces in her corner, remember? There's you, me.
I'm not even going to be in her corner tomorrow, Nix. Neither of us are. Neither of us can know that she'll be okay.
True. But I'm still confident, though. As much as you trust in Scootaloo, I trust in Athena.
Put that confidence out there.
Nix, can I tell you something? And can you promise not to tell any pony else?
Of course, and I promise. My lips are sealed.
And the microphone in the room is not.
I know you.
Kidding.
And I trust you a lot, but I don't know Athena. And now I'm just supposed to sit still knowing that
I
Scootaloo's
get that
life is in her hands?
perspective. It's like you know one person to trust him, but you don't know another person to trust him.
Stranger, you know.
Fair.
I can't fully trust
I
Athena with
understand
this.
it.
I know that makes me sound lousy and all, but
you're scared. Out of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nix, I am. Can you blame me?
No.
I'm sorry. I know you trust her, and I'm probably making it sound like I have no faith in her at all.
You don't know her,
Rainbow,
that's the thing. You just don't know her.
Don't ever let Athena know I told you this. But I know where you're coming from.
Huh?
It almost feels like she's needed someone else to bail her out more times than she hasn't. Her youth can rear its head at the worst times possible. But in so many ways, Athena is already better as a rookie than I have ever been able to be.
That's high
There are
praise.
cases that neither I nor Apollo could have ever solved if we didn't have her by our side.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm
She
curious.
doesn't just pick apart testimony with the vigor of a careered attorney. Her psychological training is a valuable asset at determining when a witness is lying or uncertain.
Like her
She
being
can
able to pick her
unlock
out.
repressed memories or literally paint pictures of forgotten truths, all through listening for the
Ew.
discord in the heart of any witness. Honestly,
Unlocking
for such
repressed
a young
memories.
filly like Scootaloo, it's probably good that
That's
someone so empathetic
useful.
and observant is here for her.
This all sounds good when I hear you say it, but in the courtroom it's life or death. Just one mistake could ruin everything. And who knows how many mistakes will happen with so much on Athena's shoulders.
Well,
Honestly, if you were defending Scoots, I might even think
she
even you
agreed
couldn't
to
handle
some
it all.
help. She did agree to
I
some help.
probably couldn't handle it all. With all the emotions running rampant, this case could use a therapist just as much as it could use an attorney. Which is exactly why you should be thankful that Athena is here. She's in her element. She's doing great so far, and Scootaloo seems to believe in her. If there has ever been a rookie that could navigate through this world of truth, lies, and horror, it's her.
Some of the post cavity filling ache is coming in. Like, it's been a while since I've actually been numb in this area, but it's just, sometimes that throbbing comes in.
That still might not be enough, though. What if the pressure gets to her? This may be her element, but she's still a newcomer to Equestria.
True.
Who's to say
Technically
she won't-
true.
I don't know. Flop.
She will have help.
Doesn't
You just
this
haven't heard
all
about it
sound
yet.
so familiar, though?
What do you mean?
A mysterious death, an innocent pony with the world turned against them, and a lawyer from another world facing near insurmountable odds.
History often rhymes.
Just as you have been in Scootaloo's position, I've been in Athena's. We've seen how this can play out in our own lives. Yet, all that uncertainty, it didn't stop us. The truth came out, and no one remembers good ponies as monsters or monsters as good ponies.
Yeah,
Well,
you saved
Maybe
two
it worked
individuals
out
in that case.
hindsight, but I'll never forget the days I spent in that cell. All the glares from the guards, and the sense that no pony could ever look at me the same. That may be why I'm so upset now, Nix. I didn't deserve a pinch of what they did to me there, but I had to take it all without even dropping my head. But Scoots, she's just a filly.
Yeah.
There's no way she can face all of that.
I don't know, Rainbow. I think she can. I might not know Scootaloo as well as you do, but I can tell that she's strong.
Faith in one another.
She has the same confident stars in her eyes that I've seen in yours. She's a brave little filly. If you could get through those lonely days, then so can she.
Maybe you're right, Nix. But it still means we have to wait.
True, and waiting can be the most painful
I
part of
know.
it.
I wish I had better news to tell you. We can only wait.
Waiting can be the most stressful thing at times.
I'm tired of waiting.
I know.
But even so, I'm confident
Give her some
everything will turn out all
melatonin,
right.
help her knock out.
For Scootaloo, for Turning Page, for Athena, for you, for
Then again,
everyone.
it might not be effective
Still
on her. I
falling
don't know.
back on that patented Phoenix Right confidence, huh?
I never leave home without it.
He keeps it in his back
Hey,
pocket.
you won't ever get me complaining.
I'm sure we would. You
Things
just
are
be slick
going
about
to
it.
come out at this trial that we're not going to like, right?
That's-
That is most likely.
That typically
I
tends to
trust
be
that
how it
Scootaloo will be
goes.
let off the hook by the end of this trial. But I don't think she's going to come out of it the same.
Probably not.
She'll already never be the same again, Nix.
No,
Back then,
she's young.
I thought that I could just walk away from it. And she's even younger than I was.
But you've grown now, and you've come to terms with all of it, right?
Yeah, I guess I have. Sure.
Then you'll help Scootaloo do the same once this all blows over. Be a shoulder to cry on, an ear willing to listen. Be a friend. Be a mentor. Be a sister.
That
She
patented
looks
right,
up to you, Rainbow.
Phoenix right
and she'll
wisdom
probably end up needing you. Do you think you can be
is
there for her?
effective.
I do, Nix. And I will. No matter what. As long as you can promise that everything really will end up okay.
I promise, Rainbow. No harm will come to Scootaloo when she's under the care of the Right Anything Agency. Cross my heart, hope to fly. Stick a cupcake in my eye.
He remembered the promise. Pinky promise.
You still remember that from Pinkie Pie, huh?
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Nix.
Greater
still worried,
beings would
but
fear
since you
to
trust
incite the
Venus
wrath of the
so
pink
much,
one for breaking a
I'll
promise
try and trust her
of
too.
that caliber.
For Scootaloo's sake.
It's good to hear, Rainbow. Wait, were you gonna fly back home?
I was planning on it. What?
Don't be ridiculous. It's cold out there and you're tired. Just steal one of my covers and curl up on the couch.
You're a real one there,
You-
Phoenix.
Really be okay with that?
Hey, what are friends for?
You're the best.
Now,
He's a good
try to
friend.
get some sleep if you can. Big day tomorrow.
He's a good,
Yep.
good friend.
Good night, Nix.
Good night.
Good night, Rainbow Dash.
Okay, MLP Arts was Rainbow Dash. And I could not recall... I'm gonna turn this down a tad so I can start getting my thoughts out while this is going. So, Rainbow Dash was... That was Rainbow Dash's voice. Obviously. And I want to double check and see... if it is the... Okay. So we don't have any post-credits things in this. So I'm just doing a quick double check. Okay, so Rainbow Dash was voiced by Kimmy before. And now Rainbow Dash is voiced by MLP Arts. That's what I was wanting to know. I did not know if it was the same VA who voiced previously, or if the VA before was a stand-in, or this is a stand-in. I don't know. I don't make any assumptions. I just didn't know. I just did not know. All right, but yeah, this MLP Arts as Rainbow Dash did an excellent job getting the nervousness, the sheer what's going to happen. I am scared for Scootaloo. MLP Arts did a good job at portraying that, and the VA for Phoenix did a good job at portraying the I'm tired, you woke me up, I'm a little bit cranky, but I'm going to do my best to be counselor for tonight. I'm going to be a therapist. Like, I'm gonna do my best to just reassure you in the only way that I can. I gotta drop some Phoenix right wisdom just down in the tubes there, and we'll just watch it bubble up. But this is enjoyable, and I'm glad that I did not skip this to go to the next one, because this is a little supplemental video. This is a good supplemental video to the ending of the last one, where Twilight and Athena had their connection, and Twilight stood in, said that she would be there for Athena to help and all that good jazz. And I think this was a good supplemental video to go along with the end of that. And it's telling me that the format is not going to be like the very first Bonds of Justice. At least not completely, where it was like leaving a bunch of messages. But it's supplemental to a case. That was supplemental to the end of the first case of this in Turnabout Theater, and this is supplemental to this midway period before the first trial. So I'm not going to sit here overanalyzing it all the whole time, but I think this is a really, really good video to add on that's not part of the main video, because if this were part of the next main video, this would be a 2 and nearly 3 hour video, and time constraints. But hopefully it won't be too long before I get to that next 2.5 hour video, and we'll see how we go from there. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed, comment your thoughts on this. Sorry, that pain, that irritation is coming back a little. Let me know your thoughts on this video, everything that was said, both from me and from the video itself. Subscribe if you're new and tap the bell to get notified when I upload videos so you don't miss any reactions, gameplay, or otherwise. Also, go check out my Discord, link in the description. Come join, we will talk, post memes, songs, video, artwork. You can self-promote your own stuff and just have some fun. This has been Lance Corporal Hawk 30, signing off.